I seen you put a post up.
You talk about my most recent post? Because
Yes.
I put a post about Devin.
Your recent post. Yeah, no, your recent post. Why you put that post up?
I feel like it was a narrative that was put out there about Devin that I didn't agree with. That I felt like was a false narrative to in a lot of ways, like saying he was a follower. That's this personality, Devin. Every person you can walk up and down the street, anybody you ever know that knows him, if you ask him, yo, you think Dev, Cheese, whatever they want to call him, was a follower, they going automatically like, hell no, like nah, like he's definitely not that person. Like so, he wanted to be in the streets. I mean, I guess if that's what you consider, you know, telling we want to be in the streets, then whatever. But that's not like, he was so much more than that.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, where's that recognition? Where's like, yo, he was a great dad. Like, cause that's what he was. He was a great dad. He was a great friend. He was a great brother. He was a great son. He was, you know, somebody that you can rely on. Like, you know, he got friends that went to jail. He was answering the phones. He was sending letters. He was doing all those things. He was a loyal person. Like, so it's like so many other things you can call him. And to be like, and I think it ain't about him.
Right.
Rubbed me the wrong way. Because how is it not about him?
Yeah.
How is it not about him when, if you have a cause, you have that cause because of what happened to him. So how is it not about him? It doesn't make sense that it ain't about him no more. Yeah. It's definitely about him. It's about him for me. It's always been about my kids, you know. In life and in death, it's going to be about them. So, and I think that anybody that knows me since Devin has passed, I kind of been in the background for real, for the most part. Like, I mean, I've had like Inquirer interview me before. Yeah, you did the documentary. You know, I just put my little post up about my son and everything. But I'm not out here like, shoot, oh my, Devin, mom. Like, I've never done that because it's not a need for me to do that. Like, I know who I am. You know, for people that know me know who I am. I'm not looking for what? Like, that's my son. That's my son. Real life. Like, I was a supportive advocate and mom in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when death, I'm going to do the same thing.
Probably even more.
In real life, I was at the basketball games. In real life, I was at the football games. In real life, I was helping him with outfits for the shows or, oh, let me hear your music and, you know, what y'all doing, whatever. Like, so real life, you're dad, I'm holding you down. I'm helping you with your kids. Like, I was real life doing this all the time. So it's not I'm not all of a sudden, it's just that, I mean, real life people that know me know that I was there.
Right.
They know that I'm running up and down the sideline screaming and hollering and acting like a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son used to be so embarrassed. Like, oh my God, Mom, out of all the voices, only one I can hear is yours. So that's who I always been. So I'm real life still doing what I always did. You know what I'm saying?
The documentary was took down. I was messaged from the two guys or whatever about the documentary, right? They came in my DM and all that. I spoke about it on social media or whatever. Because I want people to understand that nobody's trying to be famous here and get no clout. We was really doing it off of the love, you know what I'm saying? Off of keeping his name alive and keeping his...
Off of the fact that I have the right to do it.
Yeah.
Like, in reality, like...
And that's what I was telling these
That's
dudes,
the bottom line. Like, that's my son.
Right.
And I can say and do and whatever. And it's never about nothing other than the fact that I have the right to do that whatever I want to do. I can talk about him whenever I want. I can post about him whenever I want.
Yeah.
I can do documentaries and so on. Whatever it is, I can do whatever I want because that's my son.
And that's the thing.
Like, I'm not taking away from nobody else. Like, whoever else want to do whatever they want to do, they do it. But you can't tell me I can't do it. And it ain't for no other reason other the fact that that's my son and I can do whatever I want.
Wallow and Gillie got my page took. I had like 70,000 followers almost. They told me, Wallow told me, take it down. Who told you to do this? I'm like, you don't see his mom?
No, he said, who gave you permission?
Yeah, who gave you the permission to do a documentary on
Gil's son.
On Gil's
No,
son.
that's what he said. He said on Gil's son. With me,
I was confused. I was like, maybe
I was confused. You told me something. You was confused. I was like, huh? When you sent me the post, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I thought it was crazy. And what's crazy is that me and him don't have any conversations. So it wasn't never a conversation or anything had between me and his dad ever since he died. Literally nothing. So it's like, how can you, like, you can, don't get me wrong, people can feel however they want to feel. But when you have a issue or something, you're supposed to have a conversation, and then you can say whatever, bounce stuff over. If you don't have that, and then you just do, I mean, you can move however you want to move too, but then that's why we can move however we want to move. So that's just the bottom line. Like, you don't get to write the narrative in the script, and
on top of that, it's like, it's all good shit though. I just don't understand.
It was definitely a great, anybody that didn't see it, you got to check it out.
Yeah.
It was definitely a great, it showed.
I was trying to create a narrative, a good narrative with the doc. A real narrative of who he was. He said, "You don't know my son," and I'm like, "I'm not."
But you wasn't portraying like you knew him personally.
Right, absolutely.
You got my perspective of Devin,
yes.
And you put together a documentary off of, not even going to say my perspective, because this is the real life truth about who Devin is. Mm-hmm. Like, who Devin is what we talked about. What Devin did, Devin personality, Devin lifestyle, Devin everything. That's what we talked about. So it wasn't a my thing. It wasn't just a me thing. It was his grandmom. It was his friends. It was his brother. It was like other people that was, interviewed. So it wasn't just a mom's point of view. And you know what's so crazy? Because I was reading some comments, and a lot of people feel like moms, oh, well, they just soft, so they don't get it. But I do get it. Mm-hmm. I'm never not saying that I didn't understand how his dad felt about what he thought Devin wasn't doing right.
Yeah.
we never disagreed about that. Mm-hmm. Contrary to belief of what, he may feel. We didn't disagree about that. What I disagreed with is that I'm never going to throw my son to the fucking wolves. I'm never going to turn my back on him and say, I'm not fucking with you. I'm going to always support you. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a support on, I want you to be the biggest drug dealer in the world. I'm saying that what's out there for you if I say, like right now, in reality, if you right now, you got an 18, 19-year-old kid out in the streets, mm-hmm. What lifestyle you think they going?
It's going to make it worse.